Hey everybody, welcome back to the Carryandcut YouTube channel. If you're new here, sure do appreciate you stopping by and watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also leave a comment down below. This might be a little bit of an informative video here. We're going to be trying something new. Well, we already tried once at one time. You can actually see the scale sitting here. I kind of been wanting to experiment here with anodizing titanium. And I've seen a whole bunch of videos online about how it's pretty easy to do at home actually. So we have made our own electrolyte solution here. Which, anybody can really do this at home as long as you have a couple simple ingredients, some titanium wire, and some 9-volt batteries, and of course, your titanium knife products, or anything titanium for that matter, really. So this was the Ferrum Forge Design Aluris model, and I've had this knife for a good while now, and it comes in this, some kind of stone wash titanium finish here. So I was kind of worried about this one. I know your finish on your actual material you're anodizing really does make a difference on exactly what the outcome is going to be. So we shot for 3 9-volts, 27 volts, something like that, for a nice blue purpley color, something like that. And I really do like how this one turned out here. So the number one thing that we're going to be needing, of course, is our anodizing solution. So some kind of electrolyte solution. I know you can use TSP, whatever the heck that stands for. And also you could just use distilled water, which I guess is very important, distilled water. And then baking soda. So I got 3 cups of water here in this pickle container. I think that's what that was. And then we also did 3 tablespoons of baking soda. I know baking soda you can do, I think they said less is more, but whatever. I went ahead and just did the instructions. 1 cup for 1 tablespoon. So you mix it in there, make sure it's all cleared out. You do need titanium wire, and then of course test leads really do work, work wonders for you if you're actually going to be doing this. Alligator clips on our actual wires here. So I just got some cheap, I think I got 5 foot of titanium wire for I don't even think it was $6 on Amazon. So 2-day shipping, came right to the door. Same thing with these 9-volt batteries, easy enough. Make sure you got your PPE, so you got your rubber gloves. That's one thing that it's very important with anodizing titanium is going to be the actual cleanliness portion of this. So we're going to make sure we get everything nice and clean, and go ahead and start using our alcohol. You can use all sorts of different stuff, whether it be acetone or something like that, but I just use some 90% 91% isopropyl alcohol. Worked pretty well, so I just got it in this little jug right here. Let's go ahead and get this pocket clip going here, see if what we can do with this one. So like I said, this is our standard finish out of the box right here, and this is what it came to. So if you guys can see that right there, it's kind of a real nice blue purpley color, and I really do like how it's stone wash underneath. It really does look pretty nice. One thing we have to, make sure of that we don't touch our negative lead when we put this down in there, because that would make a hot spot, arc spot, something like that. But we're going to go ahead and start with the pocket clips. Let's go ahead and get this thing cleaned up if we can, and set our batteries off here to the side. Pocket clips, one thing that gets a little more beat up, so your anode will probably wear off faster than other stuff, but, oh well. Get that out of here. We'll use this paper towel for drying stuff off also. And the gloves don't do a very good job. Your fat finger and everything can't exactly get anything cleaned up how you like it, but we're going to do our best to go ahead and soak everything, make sure it's nice and clean. Then in our solo cup there, we just have more distilled water for a rinse, so we can leave it. We'll go ahead and hook our part we're anodizing up to our hot lead. We don't have to hook it up to the battery, but we can just stick it onto the wire. And that's another thing, you need your titanium wire to actually connect your piece to what you're doing there. So go ahead and get this as cleaned up as we can. At least best case scenario here, we might as well do the scale too. Well, we'll wait on that one. We'll just go ahead and dip them one at a time. Try to make this a one cut deal here. Let's just go ahead and try to clean it up. Might as well. We'll set that one off to the side. She should be good to go. Of course, the scale is going to be pretty dirty, especially with that pivot. I know the actual inside of the scale might not be the biggest deal to some people, because nobody's actually going to see that part of the knife, but we might as well just do our due diligence and clean it up the best we can, just like we're disassembling the knife. And I don't even think I've done a review on this knife either. So this was a Christmas present from my wife. It might have been 2 years ago now. So this is a really awesome knife. Don't carry it very much, kind of a special occasion deal. Try to keep it nice, and really don't like using and abusing it. It's got 20 CV on the blade steel. It's a Ferrum Forge design, really nice. It kind of reminds you of the Civivi Praxis, if you guys have ever seen that knife. So that was awesome. Budget knife also. Of course, this one isn't really a budget knife by any stretch, but It is a really good knife. Got it on deal there 2 years ago around Christmas time. So get everything nice and cleaned up. Of course, you could probably just go ahead and like dip your knife in a whole entire bath of alcohol, and it would probably work pretty well too. But the last one worked pretty well, and this is all I did. Just go ahead and run some alcohol on it and swab it over the best we can. Try to get every nook and cranny. I even got the lock bar insert out of there. So completely strip your knife. Make sure you get down all these little nooks and crannies. That's going to be important for your final product here. You might just go ahead and do the scale first, because it's actually does some pretty cool stuff. Get on there, it starts bubbling, doing all sorts of cool stuff on there. So I think the more, I don't really know how this stuff works, to be completely truthful with you, I think I don't know if I got too much baking soda in there or what, but it sure does bubble like heck when you stick it down in there. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll put it in our, that's good. I think that should be pretty well good. Good is good enough. Could probably cut that out of there, but we're gonna roll with it. And dry that off. Try to get all the alcohol out of the little nooks. Let it dry just for a second here. All right. Looks pretty good to me. I think we're going to be in good shape there. All right, so we can go ahead. Let's just dip it from back here in the back side. So we could put this through one of the pocket clip screws, pocket clip holes, like so. Let's just go ahead and dip it in here, let them sit for a second, just to keep it going. All right, we can go ahead and get our batteries out of here. You're going to be, of course, putting your negative to negative, positive to positive. Yeah, so we got our negative lead hooked up to the negative side. And now we can go ahead and hook up our, why don't we just go ahead and dip him right on into there for now. And let's hook up our positive to our positive side, just like so. Make sure our leads are not they're farther apart than they need to be. Just as long as they're not going to make any hot spots or connections. That's the main important part there. If you guys can see that, kind of got a bad angle on it. Make sure your leads don't come off. All right, then we're going to go ahead and, it doesn't like it very much. My clips aren't working too well on me. All right, let's go ahead and we'll just go ahead and connect the power to our positive side of our, so we're making a connection there, and you see it bubbling away. It's kind of hard to see on camera here, but I don't really know the correct amount of time, I guess you could say. We're just going to go ahead and give it a good minute or so. You can, the videos I watched online, of course this isn't the best camera angle of it, but you really seen, how fast it actually happened, and it was a pretty quick transition from what's going on. But when you see the bubbles start forming, all coming off of your negative, it comes off the actual piece you're working on too. It's a pretty quick process, and of course the more batteries you jump up, the different the colors goes. So the higher voltage, I don't think it means any more different. It is a different color, but I don't really know the spectrum. I know when you get all the way up to 100 some, you can have like a green color, so that would have been pretty cool too. But I think we're probably good there. And of course, this is kind of like the at-home, I guess, DIY. You could get a power supply and really dial in your actual voltages, and that's probably the correct way to do it. I know you could you get up to 100 some volts, 10 batteries stacked up. Well, 9 volts, 10 batteries would be 90 volts. You're still not going to be getting that green color. It's up in the 105s, but I wouldn't want to be stacking too many of these up. That's kind of probably getting the danger zone. I'm not any kind of electrical engineer, but I feel like you're getting up there and where you don't want to be. So let's go ahead and unhook it now. So now we're not hot no more, and see what we got here. Let's go ahead and disconnect our negative, get him out of the way. Oh yeah, definitely got the same color we were looking for, that one. And it looks really cool. I really do like that purpley. It's kind of hard to see in my lighting that I got going on here, but it does look exceptionally well. And say your cleanup job is going to be the most important part of this. But I think we do have some pretty close colors going on here. Oh yeah, those are cool. Definitely I don't know if you guys can see those right there. Definitely pretty awesome. You can see the contrast from the clip of what we actually started at to where we're at now. So why don't we go ahead and get that clip going. Let's go ahead and dunk him in the solution. Let's see here. Take the clip, fold him right through the screw like so. Go ahead and dip him in the water. Hook one of our positives up to the alligator clip like so. All right, still on there. I don't really think we need that going on here. We don't need no water-soaked leads here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put him in the actual solution, electrolyte solution. Whoa, I got a little crazy on me here. All right, now let's see if we can hook him up to our positive here. And there, we're cruising away. You can see the bubbles start forming in there. Sorry for the poor camera angle here. It's kind of a lot going on. I don't know the exact time that we did here, but we're just gonna go ahead and eyeball it. But it is definitely a pretty cool thing you can do at home. Just some different, you know, customization stuff. And my buddy Jimmy Crow. So shout out Jimmy Crow if you're watching this. Really appreciate the support. He's starting to anodize titanium too, and he does a whole bunch of different blade modifications, and it's just something fun to do. Something to give your knife a little bit of pop of flair and just look a little different than everybody else's. So, and you know, you can save money doing this yourself instead of sending it out and have somebody else do it. So pretty cool little technique you can learn to do at home. So hopefully you guys learn something, and make sure to leave a comment down, a question in the comments, whatever you got to do, and hopefully we'll answer them for you. So I'm assuming that's probably going to be enough time there. And you could also, you know, save your anodizing solution, reuse it for the next time, all that kind of stuff. You could put it in a actual, like a, you know, Tupperware container. Oh yeah, perfect. Came out that same real pretty blue purple color. Looks like we kind of, there's a lot of wear going on this pocket clip, so it kind of looks a little funky. It looks like there's lightning stripes in there, but I think that's just the actual stone wash underneath wearing off. So we got a pretty cool, awesome color contrast. It almost looks a little more blue than this one does, but I think I'm just going to chalk that up to excess wear in and out of the pocket. You can say these scales, they don't really have too much wear on them because they really ain't been carried that much. So hopefully you guys learned something from that one, and it was fun to do, fun little thing to do at home. So if you guys have any questions, post down in the comment section below. Appreciate it. Thanks.